Victim Counselor Certification. So, you just started as a staff person or volunteer for a sexual assault program, domestic abuse program, or shelter. Hooray! But hold on, there's a lot you have to learn, and also a good chance that you need to be certified. After all, survivors deserve the best we have to offer. In order to ensure consistent training of advocates and quality services, the Iowa Coalition Against Sexual Assault and the Iowa Coalition Against Domestic Violence have created a certification program for sexual abuse advocates, domestic abuse advocates, and advocates for shelters primarily serving domestic and sexual abuse survivors. People that provide services to other kinds of victims or in other kinds of agencies, such as prosecutors' offices or the Department of Corrections, should consider getting certification through the Iowa Organization for Victim Assistance. Does everyone need to be certified to help domestic and sexual abuse survivors? Not everyone. If your chief responsibilities as a staff person or volunteer are things like financial management, building or yard maintenance, fundraising, or public relations, you don't have to be certified. But if you provide ongoing advocacy, counseling, or support to survivors, such as answering a crisis line, transporting clients, assisting with restraining orders, or assisting someone to access services, you do have to be certified. Think of it this way. If you help people directly, you must be a certified advocate. If you help the agency to help people, you don't. Okay, you're convinced. Now, what do you have to do? To start with, you need a minimum of 30 hours of training to become a victim counselor. The Iowa Code has a framework for what this training must look like. Victim Counselor Certification was built to meet those legal requirements. The 30 hours are broken down into 8 areas, the basics everyone should know: advocacy skills, the court system and laws, domestic abuse dynamics, sexual abuse dynamics, children and violence, crisis counseling, feminism, and the social roots of violence against women. Completing this requirement gives you confidentiality for legal purposes, so you can start working with clients. Once you start working with folks, chances are you'll have questions and need to debrief. The next requirement for Victim Counselor Certification is to have at least one consultation each month with a more experienced advocate for a period of 6 months. This can be done in person or over the phone, but is important to make sure your advocacy is on track and you feel supported in the work. Finally, you must read and sign the Victim Counselor Code of Ethics. This document gives you best practice requirements for helping in a way that honors the boundaries and needs of all parties. Documentation of your training, consultations, and signed Code of Ethics should be kept in a personnel file at your agency. That's it. 30 hours of training before advocating, 6 check-ins over 6 months, and the Code of Ethics. You're on your way.